Tetris.
All right, our players are off. Looks like the stream is running great. And
GD bringing the hype early in the morning.
And hopefully you guys heard some of that. I think it picked up over the mic.
I hope so. GD's pretty loud, not going to lie. For those who don't know, Grand Designs is essentially the pioneer of this new qualifying system that we're using this year, which is you're going to get points. You get 2 points for maxing out. After that, you essentially activated the opportunity to get more points. So when you max out, you get 2, and then you get 1 extra point for every 100,000 points after that. So your goal after you max out, just get that next 100,000, get those extra points, and that's how we're going to qual. And you'll see on the right side of our screen, we've got the leaderboard. Alex T still up in front, so it's a tall order to beat Alex T, that's for sure. But that's how our players are going to score here. Any tiebreakers are just decided by your highest score. And if you don't max out or score above a max out, it's just your highest score. That's how we're going to determine that.
Yeah, and that's one of the nice things about this system is that it increases intrigue for the players who are able to play past 29, but also if you're not able to play past 29 or if you're just a DAS player and it's not possible, then the qual system hasn't changed for you at all.
Yeah, that's true.
So really it's the best of both worlds because we got to see some incredible play from gold bracket players yesterday. A 1.7 million from Zrobot.
It's more fun when we actually see them go further. You see the level 39 super kill screen coming into play during quals, and it looks like, for the most part, what you're going to see in match play in the tournament instead of just, oh, I maxed out, so it's time to start a new game. And we like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at our scores here, all of our players still on their first game, keeping it consistent. Currently in the lead, Toast with 214,000 points at around 50 lines.
That's a pretty good pace. But remember, these players aren't competing against each other. They're only competing against themselves. It's their goal to get the highest score they can, to get the most max outs they can, to get the most points they can. Worrying about everyone else's score is only going to mess them up in the qualification round.
Yeah, and since it's not a competitive 1v1 environment, our players can be friendly here. I saw earlier in the chat we got some love for Zohassadar from his wife and kids. So shout out Zohassadar, wife and kids. They are watching and cheering you on.
All right, we got some digs going on the bottom screens here. Players just dealing with this garbage. It looks like Andrew is going to build on top up at the row 3 here. And unfortunately did cover the well before that bar came. He's going to get another one. Boom Tetris for Andrew. He's on an okay pace right now. I think we talked to him before. He said his goal was 600K.
Yep, sounded like it.
Is that what he said his PB was?
I think he said his PB was a little higher than that, and so that was his hopeful qual, is to come close to matching that.
This game is already looking good. He's going to go aggressive here for this dirty center well. We got that double flip on that S there. That's going to be something he's going to have to address. He'd love to get a long bar here. Ooh, I was going to say before. Oh, that's a nice burn, though, to just start bringing this down. He might be able to dig out of this. Let's see.
Oh, tough left, and that's going to do it for Andrew. Remember, players, if you want to report your score, remember to raise your hand and confirm with the judge that the score has been reported before you start your next game. If you don't want to report the score, that's totally fine, but you want a score at the end of the day, so just make sure you report something.
Make sure you, I mean, there's really no harm in just reporting every single score if you beat it, if you beat your best score. Our judges are quick, so they're going to be able to just record that before your next game. There's really no harm in it.
We saw Pollo restart his game after getting stuck in an extended dig. Andrew didn't like the vibes of that start. It seems like he's swapping controllers.
That's the nice thing about quals. If you don't like the beginning of a game, you can just restart. There's no harm in it. There's no punishment for playing a lot of games. It's only about the time. The timer is the only thing that matters.
Looking at Toast here, 466,000. So he is a DAS player, and his PB is around 800-something thousand. So this is a fantastic transition for him with DAS at only 113 lines so far.
It's looking great. He's just going to have to uncover this well here. And he gets the bar. Boom Tetris. He's got 492. He's got 10 lines of leeway here before the transition. So he's going to play it safe, take the burns. I like it. You always love to see that. If you're a DAS player, you want to make sure you're safe into the transition. If he gets a bar here, he is going through a drought. And he knocks it down. Boom Tetris. He's got one line. We'll see if he just burns into it or if he's going to go aggressive. It looks like he might be going aggressive here. And he does get it. Boom Tetris for Toast into the transition at 543,000.
And so with even just some line-out 19 play, he's coming close to what he wanted to do in his qual.
Yeah.
And so on a first game, that's incredible. Beyond that, if you get a great score on your first game and you just need a highest score, you're playing with house money. You can play aggressive, you can restart games, and you just don't have anything to worry about.
You might as well just go for it all. If you already get what you want and your PB is, down in the 800K, you might as well just go aggressive if you get a good score early on. And it's looking like he might be able to get it. It is, as you see, a lot harder to get Tetrises on those higher levels with DAS, and virtually impossible once you get to level 29. So he has to do it all on level 19 speeds. But he's just taking the burns right now. He's not going for anything too crazy. And those aren't great pieces either, but this should be an okay dig to get out of.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of just lining out. I find it's really difficult to just instantly switch to that line-out mindset when you need it. But it seems like this is something he's practiced, and he's well on top of it.
Yeah, if he scales it up a little bit, he has a chance to put some big points up on those later levels going into 26, 27, 28. You can play it risky before the kill screen. Your game will be coming to an end anyway. Tetrises aren't worth as much on these early levels on the 19 speeds, so you might as well wait it out. It's a good strategy with DAS in a qual setting.
Nice. Had a little hole in the center, burned it down cleanly.
Now he's going to be able to start setting up if he wants. We'll see what he does here. He does have an L dependency. He fills it in with the long bar, though. Oh, that square burst is not great.
Even a small spire in the center of your stack at 19 can be devastating with DAS.
One mistake, one slip up is all it takes. I don't know if he was going for the S spin there. He's going to need something to the right, and he can't get it over. But he is going to submit this score of 597.
An excellent first game score for Toast, too. Again, his PB is mid 800,000. So a lot of consistency and our first recorded score so far.
He is going to have plenty of games to play around with, play more aggressive. There is a lot of time. There is a lot of Tetris to be played.
I'm seeing a lot of Andrew fans in chat. They're asking Andrew to please lock in and also please think of Hero. I don't know the reference, but
I don't think I know that one either.
Just letting him know. And we also have some Zohassadar fans in chat wishing him good luck.
Love to see all the fans in chat.
Zohassadar currently in the lead among our active games at 338,000 at 100 lines. Solid pace for DAS.
We'll see what he can transition with here as he closes in. He got that S right before the Z for a possible Z spin. He's going to go row 2. And he gets it. Boom Tetris. He's going to keep this row 2. Looks like he wants to get that perfect well transfer. He's going to go for it. Another boom row 2 Tetris.
Looks like he's building up on row 2 again.
I know he wants to get that perfect well transfer. He's had possible setups. Oh. I saw what he wanted to do there. He just couldn't adjust in time.
Yeah, just an unfortunate miss of the L piece, and warm-up is done. He's let us know. 415,000, remember to raise your hand if you want to report that score, and looks like he does not want to report it. He's confident that he's going to score higher than that.
I'm pretty confident, too. I think we'll see something a little higher out of Zohassadar in this qual session. Only 10 minutes in.
Tons of time left to go, an hour 20 for our players. Furthest game along now is Andrew at 279,000, and he is now open for the Tetris.
Ooh, he had a little misshift there. He's going to have to dig. And he gets in a long bar dependency here.
Taking the burns to get rid of the dependency.
And that's a nice dig. The L there. Getting that L was a good. Is he going to go for the Tetris? He is. He's got the perfect well transfer set up. He's just waiting for it. Oh, he went for the T for the left instead of the T tug. He's going to top out, unfortunately.
And Andrew's going to report that.
He went for that just dirty left well. Unfortunately, didn't get the pieces he needed in time. Got a little droughted there, ended his game. So that was quite unfortunate. I did like the aggression there.
Now furthest along is Pollo, who has 311,000 at 70 lines. A solid pace, but not uncommon for rollers.
Not uncommon at all, but if your goal is to max out, you love to see this. This is exactly what you want.
And back-to-back Tetrises brings the score to 356,000.
Pollo had a lot of long bars there that he was getting that he just wasn't set up for the Tetris. He threw them all to the left, built out the left. I really like that out of Pollo. If you got a lot of long bars but not a Tetris setup, throwing them to the left is never a bad thing.
Yeah, and if you're unfamiliar with rolling, it's actually a more difficult move than you might imagine. Getting a long bar to the left requires 5 taps of the controller.
That's
which
right.
Can be difficult because most of us only have 4 fingers that work the way we want them to.
Yeah.
My pinky does not cooperate, and so
I've never thought about that. You think a 6-fingered man might be able to be a better roller?
You know, I saw a video of a girl who has 6 fingers playing Guitar Hero.
Oh, really?
But she was playing on medium, so there was no orange. And I'm like, I think this is a waste. I think she needs to...
That just is not sound.
If you're not hitting the orange, I don't think the 6th finger is doing that much.
We should tell her to play Tetris. Pollo's got a dig now, though. Closing in on transition on his game. Again, he's got that rolling. It's going to allow him to pull off more maneuvers. He's going to go for this dirty Tetris. He's getting droughted as well.
Super dirty Tetris for Pollo.
Super dirty. Long bar flat? No. He's just going to go for long bar on the right. That S piece is great. Another dirty Tetris just dropped down in that center well. That would make Quaid proud.
And just great timing on the bar. Came the first piece that well was opened.
Yeah. And we'll see if he's able to knock down 1 or maybe 2 more Tetrises before transition. And if he does, it'll give him a great transition. That Z piece is never great in that situation, but the J piece actually does make it just completely fine. He's going to transition 5:05. So he's right on max out pace for what you want to max out comfortably, at least. This is what you want.
And unlike Toast, he is not going to line out. His plan is to score as many points as possible on 19, just like 18, and so we're seeing aggressive play, but right now just needs to get out of this burn.
Yeah. We'll see if he's not going to go for more dirty Tetrises. He's just going to burn this down. Ooh, he just didn't get that all the way to the left. He's got tucks. Ooh, I think he wanted to tuck that S in, so now he's going to have to clean. It's going to hurt his pace a little bit. He does have a 56% Tetris rate right now.
And if you're planning to not play on 29, then you need more of about a 60% Tetris rate. However, for some rollers, It's not too difficult to get 1 or 2 Tetrises on 29 if you play your cards right.
Yes, that's right. It also depends on when those Tetrises came, which most of them, based on what we've seen in the 19 play so far, most of them did come in 18 play. It means those Tetrises were less points, but if you get, if you get that Tetris rate up and you're able to capitalize on late game Tetrises again, it's going to be worth a lot more points. You're going to be able to max out, maybe squeeze in a 1.1 for that extra point.
And that extra point can make a big difference if your goal is to make silver, just barely make gold, or just have a comfortable qual from there on out.
I'm not sure what the cutoff is right now, but I feel like Pollo has the potential to sneak into gold. We'll see.
Talking to him beforehand, since he was such a late entrant into the tournament, he really didn't have any particular expectations or hopes. He's just happy to be here. And he said that if he could match some of his best games, as in like getting a max out, a 1.1 would be a big stretch, but possible. I think that would make him happy. So this game's going very well for him so far, 719 through level 25.
And he might be able to max this out if he stops getting squares. Ooh, he didn't decide to put the S on the right. I think he's kind of paying for it here. And he's droughted, and he needs a long bar to the left. There's a 30-piece drought right now, and it's only climbing. He's got the dirty set up and gets boom dirty Tetris. I think that was 42 pieces.
Yeah, and was set up to get out of it perfectly with the dirty.
Yes.
Very impressive.
It's just
Pollo.
now if he wants to max this, he's going to need 29 play. He's going to go dirty center well. Oh, and he hangs. He hangs right before he gets the bar.
It's possible to burn it down. A couple burns plus a well-timed bar could do it, and that left is trouble.
Oh, that left is inaccessible now, I think.
That might be it.
That's going to be it, yeah. And Pollo tops out 780. I think that's the best score we've seen out of this qual so far from anyone.
Meanwhile, while Pollo was playing, Zohassadar took it to level 19, got, looks like 538,000. A solid game. I didn't see if he reported it or not.
Yeah. Toast as well as, and he hangs. He was on a game. It looked like just a poor transition into 19. I guess he wanted to line out or go for some Tetrises, but he just couldn't clean and topped out.
And that's the challenge when you don't line out on 19. Sometimes you get one bad piece, you put it in the wrong spot, and then you're dead.
That's all it takes. So it looks like every player just back in the early stages. Andrew with just a dirty board. I wonder if he's just gonna maybe reset this game, or maybe he'll just top out. So that game is a wash for Andrew.
Coming up on 20 minutes past for our players, so our players have about 70 minutes left to qualify. Even though it's shorter than some previous CTWCs, 90 minutes is a long time.
Yeah. And it's a long time to just play Tetris for no breaks, too. It's not quite as challenging as playing 2 hours straight of Tetris. It can be exhausting to play a lot of Tetris. And
yeah, I think that was some of the concern of the organizers is switching to this new system is, how tired are the players going to get? Did Alex T get a little tired scoring 68 points? It's possible.
Yeah. So that 90 minutes as opposed to 2 hours is it's gonna help with the fatigue of the players over the weekend. See, Pollo here just burning back down to the bottom, and he gets a bar. Boom Tetris. He's on a good pace again.
Yeah, another solid start, and especially with a clean transition into 19 and a couple Tetrises right out the gate, I think he's well positioned for a max out.
Oh yeah, we'll see what he can get. I wouldn't say this is great pace, but this is good pace for Pollo.
And though it's trivial to some rollers, getting that bar to the far left of the screen with a 5-tap at the top of the board, not easy. The players make it look easy. It is not easy.
Takes a lot of precision with the controller to get that 30 hertz movement consistently.
Yesterday, Fractal was showing a custom ROM hack that he made and programmed himself, and it was very interesting because it goes into very specific detail about your timing. People were using it for rolls and tapping as well. And then I saw he brought Alex T over, and he said, Alex T, try my ROM hack. And then when Alex T tried the ROM hack, Fractal was completely blown away because Alex T has perfect timing.
I'm sure. I mean, you don't become the back-to-back two-time world champion for nothing. Alex T has some of the best mechanics. I think some of just the best combination of aggression and survivability. That's what's going to win you world championships when you're so good at Tetris.
Yeah, and he just doesn't miss his rolls, even on 29 speeds, and I think that perfect timing has a lot to do with it. One thing that Fractal speculated was that it could have a lot to do with the fact that he's probably the world's best tapper as well. We saw him do some tapping on 29, also perfect timing, in case you were wondering. And I think he's the only person ever to have gotten a rollover tapping.
Oh, really?
If I remember right.
That is impressive, to say the least.
It's funny to think about. I wonder if today's tapping Alex T could have won some of the early rolling world championships.
I have no doubt. Maybe not.
Probably not by the time Fractal won. But I think
I was going to say not 2022 because that's before they had that line cap. The level 39 super kill screen.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
It is a lot easier to have longevity with rolling as opposed to tapping because tapping just requires so much more stamina, especially on those high speeds, whereas rolling is just kind of silky smooth on those speeds. Again, not easy in the slightest, but it's a lot smoother in comparison to tapping. S-spin here for Pollo.
Zeno in chat, the incredible thing.
Is he going to go for it? Nope. Okay, he has another chance. And he's just going to opt for these Zs. He's going to go dirty, though. Boom Tetris.
Nice dirty Tetris for Pollo.
And he has a nice transition. I just would have liked to see him go for an S-spin sooner instead of just holding out for the J to tuck.
We've got Ricky Bot in chat rooting for Pollo, excited for Pollo. Also, Zeno in chat says, the incredible thing about Fractal's ROM hack is that it has sub-frame precision. I think 16 pulls per frame. Yeah, that was what it looked like. It looked like it did have a 1 millisecond pull rate. And some of the stuff that he was showing was crazy. Apparently, if you have unlucky timing, your rolls can actually fall inside of like a 2 millisecond window, and if it does, the game just eats your input. Anyway, this is CT4, so I'll save it for Fractal to explain, but it's an incredible ROM hack, and I think that top players would benefit a lot from checking it out.
For sure. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but again, just like everyone in this community does so much. They're so cool. It allows so much growth for the game, so much opportunity. It really is just amazing, and there's no other way. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, and the thing is that for pretty much everybody besides a couple players that you can see on CT1, they're doing it for the love of the game. You know, if I was Alex T's financial advisor, I'd say, yes, it's financially wise for you to show up to this tournament. I think anybody outside of the top 10, I would say, you know, if you don't want to go, save your money because it's not worth it. So they're just doing it because they love the game, and just like the rest of us.
Yep. I think that's also just the beauty of it is the fact it's not like some like Fortnite World Championship $1 million tournament. Not that that's not amazing, and I mean I honestly think that every top player should have the opportunity to earn money from this, but it is kind of a beauty of it is just that it really is just the community it makes it so special that it's not some super huge, like, arena thing. Although I think I would love to see that. I would love to see the game at this point, but
yeah, I think that maybe it will get there one day. We've got some big up-and-coming stars. I think Zrobot could bring a lot of attention to the game, especially with some strong performances. I know personally, I love to watch his gameplay because every time it blows my mind.
yeah, it's insane.
So Andrew coming up on transition, almost 400,000, but
he's going to top out.
An ugly board got in the way there. He is going to report that score.
Pollo's getting another good pace going. We'll see if he can make something happen this time. He's got to dig. Dig first. This should be an easy dig now. Oh, that was a nice adjustment with the J to prepare for that long bar. And he's going to get Tetris ready again. And he's going to get the bar. Boom Tetris for Pollo. And he's back on track. Just a little slowdown is all.
I'm curious in chat, if you're watching CT4, how many world championships have you guys tuned into? For me, I'm pretty new, so this is actually just the third world championship that I'll have watched. But I wonder if there's any veterans in chat that have been around a long time.
I hope so. 2016.
So 10 years.
10 years.
How many will it be for you?
From what I watched, I started playing in 2020, so I had already seen the 2018 and 19 championships, but those were on YouTube after. So if you're counting it as live, then I guess this would be number 7, right?
Yeah, nice.
1, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, this would be number 7. So number 7 that I've watched live, and
it's an incredible event every year. I love the energy. I love the storylines. And I also love how the rich history of Tetris integrates into the gameplay. You see pretty much all of the crazy things that have happened in Tetris history are on display in the tournament. The advent of rolling. We've got tappers. And we've got a ton of people still playing DAS, holding on to that old play style.
That's right. The game will only get better.
And it's not just our rollers that improve every year. Pretty much every time we come back, we see DAS players improve, we see tappers improve, and even the things that we thought were impossible within the game, we find are possible all the time.
Yeah. That really is just something of human nature, which is so cool, is just defining possibilities and overcoming at least supposed impossibilities. And Tetris is no different.
And we're all about that on CT4, overcoming impossibilities. They said it was impossible for us to have the most fun of any CT stream. Well,
they lied.
They lied.
And Pollo here. 519, and he gets the Tetris into transition, 543. He's got another shot here. So I think we'll be focusing in on Pollo here. Another
nice.
boom Tetris.
Tetris.
He looks ready to go this game, I think.
Yeah, the rolls look clean and consistent.
He's just got to get that double well set up right now. He's got it set up.
Tetris ready.
And there it is, boom. Tetris for Pollo.
And like you said, this is the game that we've been looking for out of Pollo. Clean work, straight out of the gate 19, no extended digs. And here.
Yep, that was a quick dig.
Straight out of it, no issue for Pollo. Tetris ready again.
Where's the bar? There's a boom Tetris for Pollo into 600,000, and another boom Tetris for Pollo.
back-to-back Tetrises puts him at 653,000 with tons of lines left to go for that max out.
And he fills in that J dependency quickly. And I'm liking this board right now. He's just got to get that double well set up once again. And once he's got that double well set up, it should be light work for that next Tetris. Ooh, and he just misses the spin with that T. He's going to have to skim. Oh.
Difficult bar hang is going to get in the way a lot.
And this should be fine now. And, yeah, he handled that dig amazing. He's not out of it yet, but just a few more burns. Maybe take a dirty Tetris. Nope, he's going to play it safe.
Yeah.
And
I like this gameplay. Stayed calm and composed.
Boom Tetris.
Tetrised out of it. And still at that 60% Tetris rate, so just riding the line of a max out right now.
He's clean again. He is running into a drought here.
Zohassadar with the top on level 20. Doesn't want to report the 480. And meanwhile, Toast with the 486 at 118 lines.
It's a good pace for Toast.
Now past 500 with at least 2 Tetrises of runway left to go. Meanwhile, Pollo continuing to score.
Getting a max out here at least would be very nice if he's getting that first max out a little over a half an hour in. It gives him time to work with to go for more, go for those big points.
Bar dependency on the left.
Bar dependency. He's going to take the Tetris first. He's going to have to take some burns here, maybe.
Oh, and just great back-to-back bar timing to get out of the dependency.
That was a good sequence.
He's high up.
He needs to dig if he wants to max this game out. Ooh, another hang. Oh, the bad hangs. Oh, and that's going to do it for Pollo.
3 hangs in a row is too tough to get out of.
It's a good 850, but we all know that's not what he wanted.
Let's focus in on Toast, who has 558 into level 21, and he is playing for Tetris this time.
Setting up for the Tetris. He has to take the triple, though. He's gonna have to tuck and clean. Yeah,
he's still playing it safe. He's not playing as aggressively.
That was a nice piece sequence, though. Did exactly what you need to do with a piece sequence like that. Oh, what a skim there for Toast. Looks like he's going to bring this down. Opts not to set the bar dependency up, and then he misshifts with the square, and that's going to do it.
Looks like the square misshift lost him DAS, and then he was just unable to get the rest of the pieces where he needed them to go.
That's the thing is, if you misshift like that, you do not have time to react to anything, and you really have no choice if you're using DAS. You have no choice but to lose DAS.
Yeah, and for our players that might be unfamiliar, I was talking to my mom last night who watched the stream, and she said, "What's DAS?" So let me explain a little bit what losing DAS means. So when you move the pieces left or right, there is a maximum speed that you can move them. However, the game does not always move them at the maximum speed, and in fact, you have to pull a lot of subtle tricks to keep the pieces moving at that maximum speed. You'll see players will lose DAS occasionally, referring to losing that speed on level 18, and they can usually survive. But on level 19, it could be the difference between not even getting your piece 4 to the left, depending. And so losing DAS refers to losing that speed, and it just makes it impossible to survive if you happen to misshift, which causes that loss of DAS.
Yeah, if you can somehow react to a misshift like that, you have some options with DAS to regain it. I think the most notable one is just to dead drop the next piece and then regain DAS after the dead drop, and then just dig. That's really your only option. Pollo here going aggressive for the dirty.
He
set up dependencies, dirty center well, split triple there, I think.
2 bars just came at the wrong time, and this is a tough board.
Oh, he's going to get good pieces for it, though. Oh.
He's open again.
Can we please get a bar for Pollo when he needs it? Where's the bar for the dirty center well? He's got the well covered now. 18-piece drought. Just a 20. When you play that high up, 20-piece drought, and that's all it takes to just knock you out.
Yeah, I mean, if you think a Tetris is what, 10 pieces? So a 20-piece drought means you're stacking, what, minimum 8 higher on the board if you don't clear any lines?
Yeah.
And so that's either a lot of clears that you have to make efficiently or super high that you have to stack.
And that's why having the double well on the right side is just so good for your board health. If you get droughted, but you just keep that double well going, you're not going to top out. You can just keep burning it down.
And so for the people who are unfamiliar, what is a double well and how would you explain it?
Double well, it's mostly used by the professionals on the right side. The reason we stack on the right as opposed to the left is because the pieces have a spin bias to the right. So it's easier to get pieces to the right as opposed to the left. And the reason we don't stack in the center is because it's harder to maintain 2 stacks than 1. And so a double well is, let's see if you look at Zohassadar, he's got that double well set up where you have 2 columns open. You're always going to have your rightmost column open for the Tetris, but you have column 9 right to the it's to the left of column 10, directly to the left. When you have both those columns open, it allows you to burn any piece except for a Z piece cleanly. So right now Zohassadar, he got the bar for it, so that's nice. So he could get any piece and he could just burn it off in the right side. And it means if you get a bad piece, you basically have no consequence if you've got your board set up right. That's why you want to do that. Is if you do that, it leaves you with so many options. It keeps your board clean. That was maybe poorly explained, but
no, that was great. Thank
you. That's the best way I can put it. Is if you have this wall like Zohassadar right now, and see right now it's not set up, so if he gets bad pieces, it can spiral. He can't just burn them off. He does have a good pace too, though. He's about to transition. He's got 500,000.
Yeah, excellent transition pace for Zohassadar. 1 burn away, or 1 Tetris away from that transition. Meanwhile, lots of Mexico fans supporting Pollo. We saw that was a Mexican flag in the background on his cam. We've got some fans in chat. They are rooting for Pollo. They want him to succeed. They want to see that max out just as much as we do.
He's representing. He might have the wrong flag, actually.
Let's go ahead and update that flag for him.
Oh, nice. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. I think everyone else is US of A.
From my understanding.
I'm not sure. I think maybe we should have checked that sooner, but at least now it's accurate.
We've got our international fans appeased. Looks like we've got some more love for Zohassadar. People are excited to see this game. He's into 19. He's burning it down.
He's going to go for the center well. He's going to make Quaid proud. If he gets the bar, boom, Tetris. And he's just going to burn that down. I like that. Just take that quick center well, get it back to the right. There's no shame, no harm, and it's still a great pace for Zohassadar right now. I don't know what his PB is, but
he is using DAS, so pretty much anything beyond this is quite impressive.
Yeah. Oh, that was a very nice dig. He's just going to take the triple. He's going to play it safe.
He got that bar over to the right. Looks like it was a little bit close. Maybe he started moving it a little later, didn't have the DAS, but he did get it over, and he's playing for Tetrises. Chad is letting us know Zohassadar has a few maxes as a DAS player, so very impressive. That's
very nice.
Not easy, and we're hoping for another right here. Looks like the Tetris
now's the time to get another. It's going to be slipping away, though, with any more burns, and that's really not great right there. But if he gets out of this, maybe he gets clean by 28 and gets a couple touches, but no. He would have had some time to put up a good score, but it looks like it's going to be Pollo and Andrew back on good paces for them.
Yep, and he's going to go ahead and report this score. And if your goal is to make bronze bracket, 639,000, basically a lock. So
yeah. So it just depends on what you want, what your goal to make is.
Looks like Zohassadar is going to take a quick break. If his goal was to make bronze bracket, he really doesn't have to play anymore if he doesn't want to. I mean,
that's right.
I think we all love to play Tetris, so yeah. I expect him to come back. But yeah, 600,000 should be solid for bronze bracket. Meanwhile, looks like Pollo's our furthest ahead, 431,000 at 110 lines. Meanwhile, Andrew having his best game so far, 355 at 92 lines. Also, solid pace for Das.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, Pollo's going to transition first. We'll see what he's able to put up. Hopefully, Andrew is going to follow suit with a good transition of his own. We're going to have chances for max outs here, but again, Andrew, not a max out player, so he might have opportunities to even get a PB. You know, there's no better place to get a PB, I think, than right here.
Oh,
right
sure.
Now.
Yeah, if you had to pick a place, so certainly the World Championship might be the best place.
You want to get your best score in the qualifiers. Why not get your best score ever in qualifiers?
And the Zohassadar fans in chat are letting us know that his PB is 1.07 million. Very impressive for a DAS player.
Very
so
nice.
Not just a max out, but a max out and then some.
Yeah, that's good indeed.
Pollo into 19, set up for a Tetris.
He's hitting his rolls. We've seen, I think, a couple of just missed rolls from Pollo have just ended good games. So I think he's looking to play precise here. As I say that, I kind of commentators cursed him there.
Yeah, those two hangs are going to create plenty of burns, probably 5, 6 or more burns, but he can get out of it. The board is not too high. It's just going to cost that Tetris rate a little.
It's those types of just misdrops that are annoying. They're not fatal, they're just annoying.
Yeah, and when
especially annoying when you're going into a drought and you have a long bar dependency. But he's dealing with it, and he gets the bar, and another, and he's digging this down.
Wow, great pieces. They all just fit perfectly into the board, and he put them in the right spot.
He just had to hold out for a hero right there. And now he got an L dependency, and he had an O burst. He just threw them all over, and that's going to be it. As again, just those little extra, too many rolls. Andrew did transition as well, and it looks like he's dealing with 400,000 on level 20. So again, not a max out player. So for max out pace, this isn't great, but in terms of Andrew's PB, if he wants to PB right now, this is amazing. And he's set up for the Tetris. Already too many taps, and he gets another bar for the Tetris. Oh, but that hang is probably going to be fatal. He gets 511 though.
511, a solid score, and
very solid score for Andrew.
Absolutely potential for that to make bronze bracket as well.
Oh yeah. Looking at Toast, he's going to knock down a boom Tetris. He is on another good pace. I'm not sure what the best score Toast has gotten so far was. I don't quite remember, but I think it was like a 600.
Yeah, I think just about 600,000.
So I think he definitely has room to improve. He's going to be looking to probably play around with some of these games that he's got that good pace. We are about halfway through this qualifying session right now. So plenty of Tetris has been played, but there is still plenty of Tetris to play. We'll see what Toast can do with this game.
And, you know, a shout out to Toast. He's a big popular member in the community. He loves to run and host events and do restreaming. So he's a very valuable member of the community, and he's playing incredible today. I think for his personal best, the transitions we're seeing almost every game, it feels like, are within striking distance of his PB.
Yeah, and this is actually kind of an explosive pace for Toast.
Yeah, 25 lines left to go, and already at 477. Also, Zohassadar not far behind, 400,000, just past 100 lines. So we've got some excellent games going. A lot of Zohassadar fans in the chat. They want to know how he's doing. I believe he just reported his highest score yet of, I think it was 600-something thousand. So
I think so, yeah.
He should be locked in for bronze bracket, and if he wants to make silver bracket, it's going to take quite a bit more than that.
Let's see if Toast, he's got 3 more Tetrises available. We'll see what he squeaks out right here in transition. We'll see how safe he wants to go or how aggro he wants to go.
Tetris for Zohassadar gets the board clean again, and he's now Tetris ready.
Unfortunate long bar dependency on the left for Zohassadar. And that Z burst, he gets the bar though. This is going to be a hard clean before transition.
Yeah, only 6 lines to work with, and that might not be enough with Das on 19, depending on the pieces and the burns.
Well, let's see, he gets...
Oh, I think this could be done with the right
he gets
pieces.
what he needs. Oh,
incredible.
That was an incredible piece sequence. He's just got to uncover this right here. Toast over there is kind of popping off a little bit.
Yeah,
he's hyper jolting.
Looks like he's past the number that he had previously. Oh, but a misshift is going to...
Can he get that to the left? No, and he's going to top out 632. Will submit.
And another great score for Toast. I mean, 19 play is obviously more than 50% difficult compared to 18 play. The speed is absolutely brutal. It's not just 50% harder, and so just even surviving for a little bit is impressive. And with those transitions, I think that PB is coming soon.
I hope so, but speaking of 19 speeds, Zohassadar currently on level 22, and it looks like he's knocked down a couple of Tetrises already on 19 speeds. He's going to lay that long bar flat right there, and he gets another one for the Tetris immediately.
Yeah, nearly a miracle survival for Zohassadar to just stay in this game. So at this point, you're playing with house money, and he's scoring Tetris after Tetris.
Yep, and he gets that double wheel setup again. He's going to choose to burn that square, and he gets the bar boom Tetris for Zohassadar. And I just love the way Zohassadar is playing this right now. He's playing it pretty much perfectly.
Yeah, stays clean, scores a Tetris right after he gets Tetris ready. He's already passed his previous score.
Oh, but he's got that hang. Let's see if he can clean again. He opts not to lay that long bar flat, and he gets those good pieces again. If you're digging, this is exactly what you want to get. And that double long bar as well is just good pieces. And he gets one to the left. He's going to wait out. He's had a couple of situations where he didn't quite have a Tetris set up, but because his board was so flat and he got the long bar early, he was just able to place the long bar flat, and he's going to get one last triple, it looks like, and he's going to top out right here, unless he can get some sort of miracle dig with Das. And it's not going to happen. He squeaked out about one more line. He's going to top out 739.
Meanwhile, Pollo just entered the transition a little bit past 143 lines, 615,000. This is max out pace yet again for Pollo, our roller.
We'll see if it happens this time.
Chad, very excited to see Zohassadar beat his previous best score from today.
That was a good game. That was an amazing dig just to stay alive, just to get those extra points. Props to Zohassadar on that one.
Oh, yeah. If he had not managed that 19 transition perfectly, he would not have had a chance to outscore his previous score by 1, let alone 100,000. So, and looks like that is his wife in chat, who wanted to be clear. That's who's supporting him. Seems like there's a lot of support, not just the one individual for Zohassadar in chat, though. A lot of fans.
Yeah, indeed. Pollo with the dirty. Pollo, just a little bit of cleaning required here, and he's going to get back to scoring. He is on another good pace. Looks like he's going to be 800,000 into 25 when he gets it here. Again, just 1 minute short of a Tetris there.
Pieces are just slightly awkward, making it difficult to get clean again.
Yeah, it was kind of a jagged board. Oh, and he gets that dirty, excellent dirty with the perfect well transfer for Pollo. And another boom Tetris, and he didn't want to set up a long bar dependency there. And these pieces are so awkward again. He has this extra leeway, but you just don't want these awkward pieces when you're trying to get a max out and maybe more.
Yeah, it feels like in this game when the board is jagged, he's getting flat pieces, and when the board is flat, he's getting jagged pieces, but he's managing it well. He's almost clean again. Just a couple more lines to get clean.
And there it is. And he's going to be ready to set up for a Tetris again. And this is very max outable. I think he's just got to make sure he gets the max out here, and then he can worry about getting that next 100,000 to see if he can squeak out more points. But he only has 2 Tetris available now, so if he wants to max this out, this is going to be difficult. It looks like he's going to offer this row 2. And there's 1 bar boom Tetris for Pollo.
And so keep in mind that it will transition to level 29
He might just want to grab a triple and then a Tetris here. That might be the best choice.
If he doesn't get the bar, this is dangerous.
Oh, that's perfect. He'll be able to get it. Where's the bar? Give him a bar. Look at all these triples. No. That was the perfect setup. He got exactly what he needed except for the long bar.
Oh, and just 1 Tetris shy of the max out.
That
Excellent.
is so heartbreaking. He squeezed out all those triples too. It just wasn't enough.
It's a great game, though. Well played for Pollo. Just because you didn't get the max out doesn't mean that you didn't do some incredible work.
That was an excellent game. There's RNG did him so dirty there. That was undeserved. But he still got 37 minutes to work with.
Yeah, tons of time.
Tons of time.
There are lots of fans, both online and in person, who are rooting for Pollo. They went crazy at that 29 transition.
Looked like Toast is going to transition at a 494, so he's got another opportunity for a good game.
He just keeps doing it. I think he's been the most consistent in transitioning of any of our players so far, and he's using all DAS. So great efficiency on 18 from Toast, and gives him tons of opportunities, separate opportunities to try and beat his score. I think that 632, if I remember right, should be locked in for bronze bracket, so I don't think he has a lot to worry about.
And if you're going to go in a bronze bracket and play this consistently, oh man, you never know where you'll make it with that.
True, that's a great point, which is that, you know, when you're playing a match one-on-one, consistency is so much more important than the ability to score highly, and the consistency from Toast has been unmatched thus far, especially from bronze bracket players.
It is just, again, it's kind of struggle with that dash sometimes. If you're going up against tappers or maybe even some rollers in bronze bracket, they can chew you up as a dash player.
Yeah, and you know, I think that one thing that people might not appreciate enough about the difference between DAS and rolling is that it's not just about survival, it's also about efficiency.
Exactly.
Is that if I can build up, 18 high on the board and you can only build up 10 high, then I can wait almost twice as long for long bars as you can, and if you're keeping up with me in score, that's pretty incredible based on that.
Yeah. It also depends on, if you're looking at that note, the long bar count. Because if there's enough long bars, you don't have to wait twice as long for long bars.
That's true. That's
You'll be
true.
fine.
Yeah, in the ideal game where you're not waiting for long bars, DAS is not at a huge disadvantage until 29, because again, with perfect bars, you have no issue stacking cleanly and scoring Tetrises. So
looks like we might see a left wheel here out of Andrew.
And Zohassadar back into 19,
bar.
But a difficult left side.
Yeah, this game just not quite as good. He's going to go for it, though. And he tops out 375.
A nice try, but that pace was quite a bit behind what we've seen from him thus far, so not the most devastating reset, really.
Yeah, but that game, just a wash.
And Andrew doing pretty well. 426 coming up on transition, and that's going to transition him. 453 might be his best score yet.
We'll see what he can do with his pace. I mean, maybe even just consider lining out here until 27 to 28. He's going to have to clean, though. He hangs that J. And gets it back. You might just go for a quick column 9 here. Get the well transfer. Nice move right there.
Excellent Tetris for Andrew, and this looks like it's going to be his best game so far today. And he's not in trouble. He's got a lot of points left to score if he can stay clean.
Oh, that hang, though. So he's going to need a bar here. He's getting droughted. There's the bar. He needs something to the left. Let's see what he does. Oh, he just gets that long bar left. All these squares are so timely.
Okay, he's low enough. He should be able to get out of this.
The bar. No. Can he get another one? No, that's just going to be. I think I looked over. He tried to switch to rolling right there.
Looked like it was a missed quick tap that caused it very difficult to hit those quick taps perfectly on 19.
And every player here, 5 lines or less. So we are back to square one for these players.
And
we're going to try again.
Just about 30 minutes left for our qual session, so players keep that in mind. 30 minutes left, give or take. We'll give you more updates as it gets closer, but if you've got a goal in mind, you know.
Don't worry too much right now. Just keep doing your best Tetris, playing your best Tetris you can.
So we've got all brand new games on our screen here. And so if our players succeed in transitioning, we may see 4 transitions simultaneously. But of course, we need some good Tetris gameplay to guarantee that.
Yep. Toast is just a little bit ahead. It looks like maybe he's had a bit of a struggle start. Only 63,000 in 25 lines. So he's going to be looking to make up this pace. 47% Tetris rate. Not what you're looking for early on. Or just on the 18 phase of the game.
And so before your retirement, Nevinator, you were a DAS player, is that correct?
I was Hyper Tapper.
Oh, you were a Hyper Tapper, okay.
Yes.
And so did you have different goals that you were trying to reach before transition compared to DAS? Like, were you trying to reach 550 instead of a 500, or?
Really just, you stick with, the best way to go is stick with 500 in mind. If you're trying to max out, obviously anything more, you're going to want higher transition. Like you want 700K if you're going to go for 1.3.
Sure.
But at least if you're Hyper Tapper, if you're roller, just go for it.
Yeah, just do whatever.
In terms of hyper tapping, if I want to max out, your baseline is going to be 550. And then if you get anything else above that, then you have less than 500,000 you got to grab on 19 play before 29 just to get it. So if you're going for hyper tapping or DAS, I really think it is fine just to if you're going for max outs, keep that 500,000 as your goal, and just depending on how the game goes, raise the bar a little bit, you know. So if you're under 500,000 pace, try and make it up. But if you're on pace to get a 500,000 transition, you just want to raise the bar a little bit, try and get 550, try and get 600. And then if you're going for the max out, it's that much easier to max out on level 19 speeds.
Do you remember your transition score on your first max out?
I do not. My first max out, unfortunately, wasn't recorded. My second one was, though. I could check, but got to keep an eye on the commentary, too. I'll see if I can check.
No problem, no problem. So Andrew with some clever burns to set up the column 9 Tetris, and with a single burn, he's able to transfer the well back to column 10. Pollo in the lead of our players right now, 314,000 at 73 lines, so tons of points left to score before the transition. Though we did see in his previous game past the transition, he's able to score a lot of Tetrises on 19. And maybe even beyond. With rolling, it's possible to score Tetrises on 29.
Yeah.
And so this is the kind of stacking we were talking about earlier that rolling enables you to do. And you could see Pollo just at the top of the board, waited for 2 long bars, and he was able to capitalize on the Tetrises. Make that 3 Tetrises based on that high up stacking that he did.
So on my first max out that I recorded, I had about a 570 transition.
Oh, okay, so nothing mind-blowing, really.
Nothing mind-blowing. But that's the thing is, like, if you're 570 compared to just 500, then you're looking at only 430,000 points versus 500,000 points that you need in that next phase of the game. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah, 2 less Tetrises could be the difference between having to do some crazy stacking on 28 and just walking it in.
Yes.
Pollo in a tough dig at the top of the board. It is possible to get out of this on 18, and it requires a 5-tap just like that. 2 5-taps in a row, and they look like they had room to spare.
Mm-hmm.
He's not out of it yet. Still hangs a piece. 2 hangs on the left side is going to do it. 422 for Pollo.
Looks like Zohassadar in a struggle game as well right here.
And the qual system this year, I saw some questions. People were curious, is it your best non-max out score as a kicker or your best score overall? And it is, in fact, your best score overall. So Pollo, even if he had gotten the max previously, wouldn't have anything to report with that game.
Yes, that is right. So that was something that confused me at first. I thought when I first read it that your kicker was still your non-max out score, and it really makes a difference when it is just your kicker is your highest score, because then it actually matters if you happen to top out. Like, if you top out at like a 1.198 or something, that sucks. And it's going to suck either way because you didn't get that extra point. But then if you have the same amount of points as someone, like that as a tiebreaker could end up mattering.
Yeah, and I think it is better than the best non-max kicker, because when you think about it, if you're looking at our leaderboard for all the top players, it really wouldn't make too much sense if the top score listed next to these 60-point scorers was like 999,000. And I think that at some point they might just get to 999 and top out to get a kicker.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. But my point is that this system makes a lot of sense. I think it does a good job of integrating all of the things that we like about CTWC into one qualifying system that works for everyone.
Yeah. It's a little complicated at first, but it's basically just 2. If they get to the max out, it's 2 plus X. X being whatever number is in their 100,000s place. So for every 100,000, you add a point on top of the 2 points for maxing. That's the points they get for that game.
And we had a surprise visitor there in Zohassadar's seat. I think there was a misunderstanding about what was actually going on here. You may be overhearing some of the hype on CT3. I believe they just had a max out, but I'm not sure from who.
Yeah, CT3 is getting pretty hyped.
Based on the players I see on CT3, my guess would be that it's Ninja, but maybe it's Bidwell. Who knows?
We're going to have to match some of that energy on CT4 if we get a max out.
I'm ready to go crazy if Pollo can get a max.
We'll see.
And I'm not the only one.
He's been close. He deserves one.
And keep in mind for Pollo, we mentioned this earlier, but he did not know that he was coming to the tournament as of 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So this is a total surprise even for him. And like he said beforehand, really any positive
Dirty
result
Tetris
is a win.
Yeah.
Kind of an extended burn for Pollo. Still not a horrible score for where he's at, but he's going to need to start scoring
go
some
for this
Tetrises.
dirty.
He's open for it.
Boom.
Dirty Tetris.
And boom again, and he's going to get the well transfer on that one.
Wow, excellent back-to-back Tetrises for
He's
Pollo.
just going to burn this down, I think. Yeah, and he can maybe get something to skim there. Now he's going to have to just throw that bar in. And we're going to go for a center well, I think.
Yeah, he's ready for it.
And boom, center well.
And he doesn't have an easy out of the center well, so he's either got to do some burns or go for another center well.
Ooh. Just a misshift with the T, and now he's going to deal with more burning.
Just an awkward board from top to bottom here.
Yeah. He's going to go dirty again. And just takes the triples. All right.
Yeah, well timed to get the board down. That would have been an incredible dirty Tetris if he got it, but it just didn't make sense to go for it.
RNG has been cruel on CT4. And he will go for this one, and he will get this one. Boom, Tetris. And looking for one more. Finally get that center well. And, yeah, this is what I was saying before about this is why we usually don't stack on two. We don't make two separate stacks. Because it's just so much harder to maintain cleanliness.
And even though he did score more than a few dirty Tetrises during this extended burn, he's still high up on the board, and that's going to cause a top out.
Yep. If everyone has ever watched modern Tetris games, and you're maybe not as well versed in the Tetris scene, you may see players in modern Tetris will make center wells, but the RNG is different. It uses a RNG known as 7 bag, where you're guaranteed every piece in sequence. It's like you get an assortment of bags where the piece is randomly pulled out, and then you get another bag. And so that's also why we count the drought as 13 pieces, is because that's the longest you can go without a bar in modern Tetris. If you go any longer without a bar in classic Tetris, then we call it a drought, because if you were playing modern Tetris, you would have gotten a bar already. The RNG system in NES Tetris is much more cruel There's a few, I guess, just quirks in the code that can give a few rules to the RNG, but for the most part, it is completely random, the piece sequence you get. So you could go 100 pieces without a bar.
Yeah, I definitely know that I have seen videos of 70, 80 piece droughts. Personally, if you play frequently, you will run into 40 and 50 piece droughts yourself. I think my longest ever, maybe 55, something like that.
I'm not too sure about mine, but it can be brutal, and it can just ruin your day. And you're really not going to play a high-scoring game without running into some big droughts. Even right now, just Pollo in the early game, you can see the drought counter 21, 23, 24. As we were talking about it, he's got that center wall set up, and he's not getting a bar. And now he gets it as he covers it.
And that's the challenge. If you don't know when it's going to come, then you're never quite sure when it makes sense to close the well, if that's what it requires to survive.
Andrew as well just had, I think, 30 pieces before he got a bar. So
big droughts from our players. Pollo with the dirty Tetris. And in chat, they're talking, looks like we have a lot of modern Tetris fans who are supporting Andrew. And they also mentioned that it is difficult to switch from 7-bag specifically to classic. And I've noticed that when I've tried to play modern Tetris games, well, first of all, I'm not good at them. And second of all, I can't stop myself from stacking, assuming that 3 squares in a row will come at some point. It's just built into me. And so, yeah, absolutely, tons of respect for the players that managed to do it with such success, like Sodium was mentioned in chat, who is, my understanding is he's elite at both. I don't know how good he is at modern Tetris, but I've heard that's his main thing.
Yeah. And that's another thing that makes it difficult is you kind of learn different patterns. If you're playing with 7-bag, if you're playing modern Tetris, you know a bunch of patterns you can set up based on what you're getting, because you know what pieces you're getting, essentially.
Yeah.
You just don't know the order, but you know you will get every piece within 7 pieces, basically. So going into classic Tetris, you just gotta stack. That's it.
Yep. Nice dirty for Andrew there. And also in chat they're mentioning the other things that make modern Tetris quite different, which is the piece gravity and the lock delay. I think there's less of a piece lock delay. So really, when you're just watching these games, it almost looks like an entirely different game just using falling Minos.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have... Man, if you were playing basically a level 29 speed, but with modern gravity, it would be so much easier. Because it falls so quickly, but you have room to manipulate it after it's already touched the stack. So the gravity on modern Tetris just so much nicer.
Yeah, I was watching some of the Tetris the Grandmaster 4 gameplay last night, and I noticed that they have a different strategy towards the top of the board. It seems like they actually create on purpose. They create a spire so that they can slide the pieces down to the left or to the right, which is literally the opposite of what you want to do in NES Tetris, where a spire is the worst thing you could have, because if your piece touches it, you're dead.
Yes.
Another interesting thing about the RNG is that our lead programmer here, Kitaru, or Alex Kerr, who is playing in the Tetris the Grandmaster and is qualifying right now, years ago, he actually programs every year the cartridges for CTWC, and when they were first doing the seeding, they had a custom way to set up the RNG, and Fractal came up to him after the tournament and said, "Hey, I think you made the RNG too easy."
Oh, yeah.
And it turns out that Fractal had the correct intuition, and that the chance for a bar was slightly higher than the default game. I think the reason for that, I don't know if it's entirely this, but I do know that if you divide 100 by 7, you don't get a clean result. And so the extra percentage was taken out of the long bar specifically So the long bar is actually, on a small scale, the least likely piece to occur.
That is interesting.
Yeah, we're dropping knowledge on you. Classic Tetris 4.
Yeah, we got the knowledge over here. It's also weird with. I'm not entirely sure how they do the seeding for the make the seeds for the tournament, but I think it is interesting. Like, one of those quirks is that you can't get 4 long bars in a row. You can't get 4 long bars in a row if you're playing with the RNG, if the regular NES Tetris RNG. So depending on how the seed is set up, it has to account for that.
So we've got 2 big games going. Toast with 644. Oh, right as I called it out, he hung a piece. But I think that is going to improve his best. And 644,
Yes.
again, a really solid for Toast. He's put up very consistently a bunch of high scores relative to his PB, and I think he might be dangerous in the bronze bracket.
And it looks like Pollo here is on another run. He's going for it again. Andrew as well, he just had a hang there, but he is looking to get something now. So we'll take another look at Pollo here. He is 813. That's about 100,000 ahead of what you want to be. So this is 1.1able, very 1.1able. If he wants to snag that extra point, again, I think the focus needs to be max out first, and then worry about getting that extra point.
Yeah, and super strong gameplay. I think it's just been 1 burn for the past 3 Tetrises. Experiencing a small drought, gets out of it cleanly with the Tetris, and again, just 1 burn for that's now 4 Tetrises.
And now he's got that double well set up, and he's able to skim that tee on the top. So, boom, Tetris for Pollo. He needs 3 more. 3 more, and Pollo is going to get the max. He's going a little bit aggressive here, and he gets it.
Looks like 2 more Tetrises will get the max for Pollo. He's super close.
Needs
and
a J.
He's got room.
And he gets the J. And again, he's going aggressive, not using that double well yet.
Nice. I like this board again. He's still open.
He needs to set up the double well. Boom, Tetris. He needs 1 more.
1 more.
Or just a triple would do it at this point. But we'll see what he can do. See if boom, Tetris for Pollo. There is the max out for Pollo.
And he's got more room to score.
One more Tetris he can get.
Oh.
I'm just going to hang that.
I think the excitement of the max might have done it with that bar position.
And there it is. Pollo with the max out and the huge 2 points right there.
And with not much time left to go, keep in mind for our players, we have 12 minutes left. We are following the same countdown that you see on CT1 and probably CT2 and 3. Pollo, just an excellent job to fit the max out in right before the end of quals.
And he's going to have a chance, maybe if he can go quick enough to get 2 more. He can get a buzzer beater. He's going to reset this game, but it takes probably a little less than 10 minutes to go from a start of the game all the way to a max out, depending on how quick you get it. But he definitely has a little bit of time to work with if he wants to try and get 2 more. If he just gets the max outs, he can get 6 points. But if he wants to maybe try and get anything extra, he's got time to go for it.
And so pretty much from all of our players today, we've seen some very good gameplay relative to their PBs. Obviously, Toast has been not just consistent, but also high scoring. Pollo had really no expectations, and he was able to get the clutch max. Zohassadar, he is a max player, but of course it's difficult to get a DAS max on command. So 700 plus 1,000, that's a lock for bronze bracket, and some great gameplay. A lot of good transitions as well. And Andrew, I'm not as familiar with, but we've seen some solid gameplay from him as well.
Yeah. We'll see, depending on what the cutoff is, maybe sneak into bronze bracket. Pollo did just restart again, so if he's going to want to try and sneak in 2 more, I think he just kind of has to play out this game. I do see him pushing down So I think he maybe does want to try and go for 2 more. It is a tall order, especially he just had his first max, and he's looking to get 2 more. Just fit them all into the last 15 minutes.
And while we have a moment, while our players are on level 18, a shout out to our host, the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo. We're glad to be here. We're glad to be back in California for I think now 4 years running. And if you are curious about this event, it's not just Tetris. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's retro games, there's signings, there's speeches, and not just that, but you also get to come to California at the best time of year.
Spend all your money.
Yeah, it's the gas is not cheap, but I'll tell you, the weather is pretty worth it. This might be the best weather anywhere on the planet right now.
And not to mention the vendors. Last year I went into the vendors hall and spent too much money, so I'm trying not to go in there this year because I know I'm going to want to spend money if I go into the vendors hall. There's a lot of cool stuff they got in there.
If you're a retro gaming fan, it is dangerous for you to enter that
Even
hall.
if you're a modern gaming fan. If you're a modern gaming fan, you will enjoy this just as much. There is a lot of stuff to do here.
And another great thing about the Tetris community is they're extremely welcoming. This is my first CTWC in person, as I mentioned, and pretty much everybody has been extremely friendly, happy to get to know me, to introduce themselves. And so, if you're wondering, well, you're like, I'm not a big part of the Tetris scene, I'm not sure if I would fit in, you should come. You will fit in, and we will be happy to have you. So shout out SoCal Retro Gaming Expo.
Yeah. Come make a name for yourself at the CTWC. Pollo's getting back on pace already.
Yep, and so keep in mind that the way our qual system works is that players are allowed to start one final game as the time expires, not after the time expires, of course, but they can keep playing that game until they have their last stop out. So,
for any of those familiar with sports, it's like a American football buzzer beater. If you get that last playoff before the time expires, you can finish it. So Pollo had a little bit of a dig there, and he's going to get it back down, so he's got a long bar dependency. Again,
and
just some of those pieces for Pollo aren't great.
Yeah, this is a tough sequence to navigate. However, having that 2 points on the board actually puts Pollo currently at 62nd place. I don't know if that's good enough. I would imagine it's good enough for silver bracket.
That should be, yeah.
And it looks like that puts him
I'm not sure what the cutoff for gold is, though, depending on what the cutoff is for gold.
Looks like I think there are 48 players in gold, so currently we see number 45 has about 10 points. So I think that gold bracket is more of a 10-point situation, which is a really high bar. I mean, you're talking 5 max outs in 90 minutes. There's not too many people who are even capable of that. And pretty much all of them are here playing in gold bracket. Pollo, 383, not a bad score, but if he spends a lot of time digging, it's going to hurt that
Pollo.
score.
Oh, and there it is. I don't think he's going to be able to get 2 more now. He's just going to be able to get the 1.
Yep, just 1 game left.
So,
6 minutes left for our players. 6 minutes left.
Maybe Pollo just kind of, might be taking a little bit of a break here. That's the thing is, when you've only got 1 more game to give with this timer, you might as well just take a little break, lock in, start going again with a little bit of time left. That way you can always just scrap a game if you don't like it.
Yeah, if you're committing to that final game, then you could start as soon as, with 10 seconds left. But if you do want to check the vibe of the first couple pieces and see if you don't mess something up, then you will want to give yourself a couple minutes, and it looks like that's what Pollo's going to do here. So
he's going to take that extra time.
Looks like Toast and Zohassadar not having their best games, really, because they've had such great games earlier. Just spending a lot of time burning on 18 early in their games. Toast getting out of his dig with a Tetris. Zohassadar still stuck towards the top of the board.
See if they want to take something into 19, see if they can make something happen there. Less than 5 minutes remaining in this qual session. Oh, that bar hang for Andrew, that game is just a quick wash right there.
Fortunately, it came early in the game with time left to spare, so he will have a chance to restart.
Yep, he's got plenty of time, no need to rush.
Pollo on his fresh game working with a Spire, but of course as a roller you can get out of it.
He's just going to reset it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No reason not to right now. Just get those games out of here. We don't want to see that.
One question I had is that I always wondered, why do they do, why are you allowed to reset? And the more I looked into it, the more I realized that it's a big part of it is, well, first of all, they used to do it. You used to get one game at the Classic Tetris World Championship. You would wait in line to
That's
qual.
right. Yeah.
You got your game, and if you topped out at 0 points, then you had to get back in line. And so once they moved on from that system, they had to start having judges come and take your score and pay attention. And the truth is that it is too challenging with judges to make sure that you're not just resetting games all the time. So the easiest thing for us to do as an organization, CTWC, is to allow players to reset as much as they want and check in on them once the score has been posted.
That's kind of really the only difference you'll see with this qual system is in comparison to actual tournament play is if you don't like a game, no harm, no foul in just restarting it. But again, if that happens in tournament play, if you get a bad start, deal with it. You just have to put your head down, keep working, try and catch up, or who knows, maybe your opponent is having an even worse game.
Yeah, and that's
all you can do.
Where consistency really comes in and adds so much to your ability as a Tetris player. Consistency, it can add to your qual, but it comes in most important when you're in bracket play, when winning every single game or getting a certain consistent score matters the most.
Yes.
So 2 minutes left for our players. 2 minutes left.
So we'll see here. Just depending on the paces we're on, are we going to choose to reset? Toast right now is on level 19, 1 bar away from a perfect clear, but he didn't get it.
Still a satisfying clear.
Very satisfying.
And Toast, he is not holding back. He was lining out earlier, and now he's going for Tetrises.
Yep. He's going to have to clean first now, though. Might as well. It's time. It's time. If he goes aggressive and just messes up and tops out, he's still got a minute, a little bit more than a minute to start another game right now. So you might as well go aggressive for the next minute. If it doesn't work out, maybe play it safe, try and wait to get those Tetrises a little bit later. 1 minute. Toast will get it burned down. He's going to try and get this cleaned up. It looks like he's satisfied with this game. Really no reason to restart.
Yeah, I mean, I think that his goal was to make the bronze bracket, and so if you've already made the bracket, I think it's time to do exactly what we're seeing here, which is start scoring some Tetrises, start striking fear into the hearts of your future bronze bracket opponents.
Looks like he's doing that right now. He just hasn't gotten the timely bars quite yet. He's going to go a little bit aggressive here. Has to set up a delayed burn. And we'll see. He's going to get the pieces for it, and he's going to bring this back down.
Well handled. And
he doesn't have burn
again.
options right now, though. He's going to have to wait for a long bar. And he gets that square to the left. He has...
Nice, and another Tetris for Toast.
All right, this will be his last game. This will be everyone's last game right now. And Toast is almost certainly going to be finishing first. He is on level 24 right now. This is actually a very nice pace, not quite max out pace, but it is still good if you're looking to maybe get a 900K here. His best game may very well be his last game right now.
Yeah, and I like that he's not forcing the Tetrises. He's going for them, but when the bar comes...
He just takes that triple right there.
Yeah, takes the triple.
Triples are still worth a lot of points.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's still absolutely worth going for. And, you know, when you're this close to breaking your best score today, everything matters.
It looks like he's going to go for the Tetrises on 27 and 28. He's going to get the pieces to start setting this up. He's going to take that skim and just takes the triple. He doesn't want anything too much right now.
I think this 645 breaks his best from earlier.
Yeah, we'll see if he can knock down a 700, maybe an 800K here.
He might have had a 650, but he's definitely beaten that now. Again, takes the triple. Triples are worth a lot. There's nothing wrong with taking a triple when you don't need the max out.
The bars are just coming a little bit early, though.
Okay, 28. So he's got 10 lines left until the kill screen kicks in, and he's definitely going to top out being a DAS player.
Yeah, we'll see. He can only get 2 more touches at most right now. Let's see if maybe he's going to set up. Yeah, this is perfect. If he can get a couple of long boards, or maybe he might even be able to get a level 29 Tetris here. He's just going to take another triple.
Nice.
And he gets the 683.
Well played for Toast. Just well managed from start to finish, and a great way to end it with your best game of the day.
Yeah. So that should definitely be bronze secured for Toast.
So let's check in on our other players. Currently in the lead for this game along is Pollo with 96 lines and 429,000. And so nothing to lose for Pollo. He's already secured the max out, likely to get silver with that score. Yeah. So if you just want to improve your score.
So it's just a matter of, does he want to improve the score, or does he just want to grab another 2 points? That's why what I was saying before, you just grab the 2 points first. Once you have the 2 points, go crazy. It's your last game, go crazy.
Yeah, and we haven't seen him play for any extended period of time on 29 yet, but as a roller, it is theoretically possible, though, of course, extraordinarily difficult.
Yeah. So we'll see what the strategy is. Once you go to 29, you only have 10 levels of 29 to work with. So even if you want to line out, you can't line out forever. It's just bonus points if you choose to line out. But if you go for the Tetrises, if you go for the big points, that can make a lot of difference. And
Pollo declining to set up for the dirty makes sense since he's so close to the transition.
Yeah, he's about to transition, and he will right here with this burn, 550. So again, that extra 50,000 gonna make it that much easier for Pollo to snag a max out with this game.
Yep, and transitioned with a clean board and a Tetris. That makes a big difference because you can adjust to that higher speed.
Looks like Andrew topped out his final game. So whatever his highest score is, that's where he'll stand. Zohassadar also has his final game. He might be able to squeeze out a 500K transition here. Pollo getting a bit of rough pieces here. He's able to handle it. Went into that drought there, but he knocks down a Tetris and then a triple.
Nice. The back-to-back bars were really helpful there.
We'll see if he sticks with row 2. He's going to choose not to. A couple of long bar dependencies, and again, he's not going to go for the dirty. He knows he has that. He knows he has a bit of leeway right now. Again, very nice transition. So
looks like the Andrew fans in chat are pleased with his results.
Zohassadar transitioned as well, just a little under 500K it looked like. Or maybe it was a 500K transition.
Yeah, now 550 at level 20 absolutely has room to break his best from earlier, which was, I think, 700,000 something. Doesn't even need to score that many Tetrises, just can't get stuck in a burn that lasts for multiple levels, which is unfortunately a bit of what we're seeing here. Bar dependency filled and nice tuck.
And he might be ready to set up for a Tetris now. That's a great tee, gonna help his board.
Oh, one square off being Tetris ready.
He's just gonna take the triple. Pollo, 700K at 25. That's what you're looking for a comfortable max. And he's a little bit ahead of it, so.
Set up for the dirty. 2 off the bottom.
Can we get a bar, please? And he does, he gets the bar, boom Tetris. Is he gonna go for another dirty? Oh, he hangs the bar on that left, so he's going to have to bring this down. Oh, he goes for it, and he gets it immediately.
Excellent 5-tap. Again,
excellent 5-tap.
That is not easy. That's basically the hardest move in Tetris.
Yes. Very difficult, and CT3 is hyped again. But CT4 may get one last max. That pace is slipping away, though, for Pollo.
Meanwhile, a Tetris for Zohassadar, 650, and plenty of lines left to go. He is clean, and he is scoring. That bar was a bit of a hang, but he's got a lot of vertical space to work with. And he's already clean again.
All right, so Pollo will need level 29 play if he wants to max this out. We'll see what his strategy is. If he can get one more Tetris and then just line out, he needs to make sure he has a comfortable board, though. He's going to take the triple wisely.
Even this board could be a challenge.
Yep. He's going to need to fill this bar dependency. He gets the bar to the left. I don't know what he's going to be able to do here. He can't dig. He tops out 881. Unfortunately, not one last max. And Zohassadar is going to need a bar to the left here. He gets the bar.
Great bar timing for Zohassadar, and also excellent job to get that over with Das. Not a guarantee. Might have required a quick tap.
It might have. And it looks like he's going to burn this down. Zohassadar maybe he's going to have to try and get this clean for 28. He's going to go for those big points.
I think his previous best today was very similar to this score, so really a Tetris or two could make a big difference.
That's a rough misdrop, though. And
since the scoring has to come on 28, that's probably going to be it.
Maybe he sets up here. Oh, if he would have gotten that, he would have been able to get the Tetris, and he's just not going to be able to get the Tetris instead. He ends up with a 750. That might be his best. Is that his best score?
I think it was. So excellent games from our players to end it. As you can see, final 4 games. Andrew struggled a little bit, but Pollo, 800,000. Zohassadar, 750. Toast, 683. An excellent way to close our final qualifying shift on CT4.
I think 2 players had their best game be their last game. So you love to see it there.
So we'll just go ahead and switch back to the commentator cam and check in with you guys before we sign off. That was the last qualifying session of the day.
There we
go. So after this, our brackets will be set.
Yeah, we're
anything.
Wait now. I don't think it should take too long. I think I see one more game going on CT1, and it's Huff.
Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to in bracket play?
A whole lot of more Tetris than you can handle, really.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely more Tetris than you can handle.
That's what I'm looking forward to all weekend.
You guys don't have to stare at us all day, but one thing I wanted to point out is that if you look at the top quals, I see Alex T with 68, Scooty with 63, which if I understand right means that they will be on the same side of the bracket.
Oh, Scooty did end up in 3rd.
So Alex T and Meme will be on opposite sides of the bracket, and then Scooty and Alex T will share a bracket, and Sidnev and Meme.
It's looking like a possible repeat of last year, depending on who makes the semifinals again. I would like to see new faces in the finals, personally. I think Scooty is a little overdue, but again, he's going to have to get. It's arguably, I wouldn't even say arguably, Scooty against Alex T would be kind of an upset for Scooty. Alex T is just another kind of beast. But I think Scooty's going to want to make it happen for sure. He is overdue for a trip to the finals, in my opinion.
Yep.
So we're all fans of Scooty. I'm definitely rooting for Scooty, so we'll see what he's able to do. But it's never easy. Wait, Scooty was at 3. That should mean he's on the opposite side, actually.
Oh, is that how it works?
2 and 3 will be on the same side, and 1 and 4 will be on the same side.
Oh, okay. So that, I mean,
Scooty will actually be opposite side. So
that could lead to a very compelling finals between potentially Alex T and
Scooty. Are we calling that right now?
I think we're
calling it. I'm
right
calling
now.
it.
Okay.
And maybe Scooty and Meme, and then it's going to be Alex T probably up against who's the dark horse this year? That's the question.
I mean,
Tetris Time?
It's possible. I mean,
I don't know where Tetris Time
he had incredible
is on
qual.
the seeding.
He's currently 7th right now.
7th.
And
I don't know where that puts him. We're looking at the seeds, not the bracket right now. Alex T and Tetris Time, I think would be on. They'll be on opposite sides, so it won't be that.
All right. Well, I think that should do it for our shift on CT4. Thank you so much for watching our final qual session, and make sure to stay tuned for bronze bracket action on CT4 soon to come.
More Tetris than you can handle.
Thanks, guys.